Welcome back to another triangle strategy.
Minister Sorsley, leading the forces of the Holy State of Hyzante, moves to oust the embattled House Wolffort from their castle home.
That's pretty much what happened last episode.
The once proud house has found themselves shorn of the freedom they held so dear, and trapped between two nations bent on expansion. Their only hope of survival is to cast their lot with one of their would-be adversaries.
So yeah, that's the big thing, or the big decision that happened last episode. We will have to decide whether we want to ally with Esfrost, which Roland is so opposed of, or Hyzante, which, generally speaking, people are opposed of. We ended up, at least for this lap, going to the Esfrost route, meaning we're going to be working with them and repel the invasion from Hyzante.
Sarah Noah chooses to side with the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Although the wounds of recent betrayals have yet to heal, he sets aside the burden of his grudges so that his name may live to see the morrow.
That's the Earth Rages. But this setup reminds us of from Trails of Zero, or you could say it happened in Cold Steel 2 as well. Crossbell being in the middle of two nations trying to expand.
Sheila, tell us what you know about this Minister Sorsley.
Sorsley is one of the Saintly Seven. He oversees the salt harvest at the source and the Roselle that work there. His authority over Hyzante's salt gives him great influence, but many whisper of his petty and jealous nature behind his back.
So he's got the resources to put up a fight then, eh?
And he has been preparing for this moment. We can expect his forces to be well-provisioned and well-trained.
He is not an opponent to be taken lightly. There is a reason he sits among the Saintly Seven.
This may be our hardest fight yet.
Hence the importance of our alliance. Without Esfrost, we are lost. The future of House Wolffort will hinge on the hours to come. May we all arrive at the end of them safely.
House Wolffort shall persevere.
My lord, we've received word from General Avlora. She plans to meet the enemy army at the docks. She asked that we meet her there at once to hold a war council.
Then let us not keep her waiting.
Alright, we got fresh content. Now we're gonna be heading... Well, I guess we're gonna stop by, see what's happening. Sorsley's perspective.
And you are certain the other saints harbor no suspicions?
House Ende is known for its clandestine dealings. They suspect nothing outside of the ordinary.
Good. Do not fail me, Booker. We must open another transportation route now that Glenbrook is close to us. We mustn't let a mere war stem the flow of our goods.
Of course, Your Excellency. Once we have secured the Wolffort domain, I suspect our work will proceed even faster than before. To say nothing of the accolades you are sure to receive from the Holy One for bringing Wolffort into the fold.
At last, Exham and those sniveling upstarts will know their place. They will see who among the Saintly Seven truly wields the power, as will the Holy One. It is time to grasp the glory we deserve, Booker. To Wolffort Harbor!
Okay. Says Wolffort Harbor, but I guess we got something going in the castle first.
had enough.
You've had enough. Where are your manners? You are our captive, and it is only by my brother's grace that you aren't eating scraps off the floor.
She should be crying tears of joy for our largesse. Perhaps she still has delusions of royalty. We should disabuse her of such notions. She must learn to finish her meal, even if we must force it down her gullet. Don't flail too much, dear, else this fork might prick something it isn't meant to. Get away!
What is that infernal racket?
She's so cruel, brother. She said she spits on Esfrost's generosity.
Must you bicker like children? Remind me how old you are, Erica.
Have you finished with your duties, brother? If so, perhaps we could enjoy a meal together.
My duties are endless. In fact, I would have you two oversee our occupation of the capital in my stead.
Can't you have that brute Avlora do it?
General Avlora is afield. House Wolffort has requested our aid, and they deserve some token for handing us the prince. Your options for rescue are fast dwindling, Princess.
They'll be gone at last. It must be tonight.
Got something planned. What's gonna happen tonight? Alright, on to exploration back in the encampment.
Scouts have sent their report. Hyzante's forces will arrive at nightfall.
We will do battle in the dark, then.
We should map out the perimeter and terrain before they come.
You sound frightened. There's no need. My troops shall make quick work of Sorsley. You will see that giving us Roland was the wise choice.
I simply think it best to be prepared. There is no room for regrets in battle.
She doesn't think much of us, does she? Are you certain she can be trusted?
We are allies, for now at least. That being said, Esfrost only benefits from us being indebted to them, and from seeing our numbers diminished.
So, she'll help us win, after she watches us grind each other to a bloody pulp.
I'm afraid we will have to disappoint her in that regard. She will see this day how House Wolffort earned its reputation.
Alright, young lord. See how or what you're made of. It appears we'll be facing off against Hyzante's army in the rain. We cannot let them have the upper hand. To that end, I would have a look around before their forces arrive. So I guess there's a lot of reputation and fame with Avlora. You needn't follow my commands, Lord Serenoma. I only ask that you stay out of my way. Just remember that Hyzante is your enemy and not us. But if you dare turn your blade against me, know that I would return the favor in full force. It feels like just yesterday the three nations were celebrating a new age of peace, and now we meet on the field of battle. Will Norzelia ever see true peace? Famed archer in the ranks and high position. We're talking about Archibald. It is rumored that House Ende's political status in Hyzante has seen a decline in recent years. Even had we chosen to fight with Minister Sorsley, it would have been difficult to gain the Holy State's support. Minister Sorsley wasted no time in marching on us. I can sense he is eager for a victory. One can only wonder how Hyzante and the Hierophant views his actions. To think we'd be fighting side by side with the Black Irons who invaded our kingdom. What is our plan of action? I understand, but such tension will make it difficult to move on the battlefield. Pray pay the Frosty army less mind. It was not so long ago that General Avlora marched on Whiteholm Castle. I doubt I will ever forget the way she so callously struck down Prince Franny. Yes, I suppose my brother is more terrifying of the two. I had always known him to be cold, and yet, I do not mean to place the blame upon him. These are merely the realities of war. If the need arose, I would order my vassals to strike down those who stood against us. That is the responsibility of a commander. I can see that you have steeled yourself for what lies ahead, as must I. As your bride-to-be, Sir Noah, I must be able to face the realities of war like the rest of House Wolffort. Cool, we're in the water. So Aesfrost and Hyzante face off again. It's the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. I just pray this doesn't turn out to be the second coming of the Salt Iron War. We can take solace, knowing that it is House Ende that marches on us. They specialize in managing salt, not soldiers. If we were up against House Marshall or House Ferrand, that would be another story entirely. So the goddess's teachings are more than just talk, and the Hierophant is to be both respected and feared. Let's see if I can buy some stuff. Restock. Well, not much. Trying to gather treasures. Quality fiber, that's pretty rare nowadays. How do we get to the bottom? Oh, right here, maybe. Oh, thought we could get in there. Freaking cat. Can't get in there either. Can we upgrade some people? I believe that's it. Let's see. Check this out first. I am ready. It is time to take on the Hyzantean army. We are ready for the next battle.